My child, please stop for just a moment and listen with your heart. This is a live transmission. You did not stumble here by chance. The universe has actually paused your timeline so I could interrupt you. Stay with me until the very end, because the angels are urgently warning that tonight is not normal. Do not go to sleep yet. Hear me, this is not a suggestion, it is obedience. There is a time-sensitive delivery moving toward you, and the window on the divine timer reads, "Before midnight tonight." To close your eyes early would be like hanging up the phone while heaven is calling your name, like walking away from a treasure chest. At the precise second its lid begins to open, something huge is waiting for you. I am placing this word in your path because your spirit has already felt the tremor. You sensed the air shift, the way a room changes right before lightning touches ground. The countdown has begun. Your attention is the key that keeps the line clear. Stay with me until the very end, because to disconnect now would be to sever the transmission, just as the final download is preparing to enter your spirit. Scrolling away now would be like tearing up a winning lottery ticket while your number is being read aloud. Do not mistake my tone. I am not trying to make you anxious. I am anchoring you in precision. Tonight is a volatile window, delicate and exact, and I am asking you to treat your wakefulness as worship, your focus as faithfulness. Keep your eyes open, keep your spirit open, keep your posture ready. Obedience tonight looks like availability. If you stay awake with me, you will not miss what has been dispatched under your name. I will unveil the details in order, because order matters. Something scheduled is approaching, whether as a message that arrives like a bell in a quiet room, an encounter that adjusts your path by inches and everything by miles, a release that cuts a chain you stopped noticing, or a confirmation that locks your next step into place. Do not demand the ending at the beginning. Stay through the sequence so your spirit can receive each code without static. If you drift to sleep now, you risk opening your door to the morning and finding only footprints where the package should have been. So hold, breathe. Clear the noise around you like you would clear a desk before signing a life-changing document. This is a critical intervention designed to save you from another cycle of delay. Stay with me until the very end. Whisper this with me now. I am awake. I am listening. I am ready. I will not miss my moment. Tonight carries a time-sensitive spiritual delivery, and your watchfulness is the door that lets it in. Listen carefully now. The countdown has already started. That tug inside your chest, the way your breathing shifts for no clear reason, the sudden prickle across your skin as if the room just leaned closer to hear you. This is not random. My child, your spirit is reading the clock I set on the divine timer. Tonight, minutes are heavier than usual. Each one is weighted with assignment, and delays become more expensive the closer the hand moves toward midnight. The universe feels louder right now because I have amplified your frequency to ensure you do not miss the knock. Stay with me until the very end, because the sensitivity you feel is proof that you are already inside the window. Let me teach you the mechanics. A divine timer is not just about when something arrives. It is about how your system adjusts to receive it. In narrow windows like this, I heighten your signals. That is why you may feel unusual fatigue one moment, as if your body is trying to pull you to the pillow, and then sudden alertness the next, like a light switched on in a dark hallway. You may see repeated numbers trailing you, 11:11, 12:34, 10:10, on clocks, receipts, license plates, as if the hours themselves were clearing their throat to get your attention. Intrusive memories might resurface, old conversations, a forgotten promise, a place you haven't visited in years, not to torment you, but because a thread from then is being tied to a door now. You may feel an inexplicable urgency to check your messages, to open an email you would normally ignore, to glance at your phone at the precise second a notification lands. You might feel on edge for no reason, as if the air is charged right before thunder speaks. The angels are urgently warning, do not medicate this moment away. This is not anxiety, this is alignment. Hear me. Your restlessness is the language of your spirit, recognizing motion before your mind can label it. I designed you to detect the arrival of answers while they are still rounding the corner, to sense the hinge shifting on a door you cannot yet see. The reason this message found you at this precise second is because it is calibrated to your frequency, your heart rate, your attention span, your history, your hope. I have tuned this word to all of it. The timing is your confirmation that the appointment is near. The universe has actually paused your timeline long enough for me to explain the compression. When a window narrows, everything accelerates. What used to take days of nudges is now condensed into minutes of unmistakable pulls. Do not fear the intensity. Treat it like the hum of a runway before the wheels touch down. Breathe. Sit up. Clear a small space. Tell your body, we are safe, and tell your spirit, we are ready. Nay, something huge is waiting for you, and the cost of drift is higher in this hour, not because I am cruel, but because precision protects what is fragile and fresh. Stay with me. In the next movement of this transmission, I will separate distraction from discernment, so you do not misread the loudness of the moment. For now, remain available. Let your restlessness stand guard at your door, because tonight, midnight is a real deadline, and your vigilance is the key that keeps the line open. Listen, my child. Opposition understands windows. When a delivery is scheduled, the forces that fear your breakthrough do not run at you with horns and fire. They whisper, just one more minute, and that minute becomes a fog that steals an hour, and that hour walks you past the door that was set to open before midnight. The enemy's favorite strategy in a narrow window is not violence. It is velvet. It is a soft hand on your eyelids, a counterfeit comfort, a lullaby engineered to slip your spirit beneath the surface right as the knock approaches. Stay with me until the very end, because to relax into that softness now is to let delay dress itself as rest. Let me uncover their tools so you can name them and neutralize them. Watch for sudden heavy drowsiness that falls like a curtain across your thoughts the moment you set your intention to stay awake. Watch for doom scrolling that promises one more swipe and pulls your eyes into an endless tunnel of nothing. Watch for pointless arguments that ignite out of thin air, small offenses swelling into loud storms, to drain your peace and hijack your timeline. Watch for emotional spirals, rehearsing old hurts, until you are too numb to notice the present. Watch for overeating, the extra plate that makes your body sluggish and your spirit dull. Watch for impulsive midnight texting, reaching for people who are not your assignment, who stir confusion instead of clarity. Watch for numbing entertainment that auto-plays the seconds away while the angels are waiting at your door. None of this is harmless tonight. It is engineered delay, frequency interference designed to detune you from the delivery already en route. Understand what I mean by sleep in this hour. I am not condemning the gift I gave you. I designed rest to heal you, to cradle you. But tonight, in this compressed window, sleep is not rest. It is surrender. It is closing your eyes just as the sun is starting to rise. It is stepping off the platform the moment the train's light appears. It is unplugging the phone as your name is being called. The sedation you feel is not my peace. It is the narcotic of delay. Do not drink it. Do not accept it as normal. Speak to your body, we are safe, and speak to your spirit, we are awake. If the heaviness presses, stand up, wash your face, change your posture, breathe deliberately, reset the channel, and come back to me. Hear me clearly. This is not an anti-rest doctrine. After the delivery lands, peace will return like a tide, and your sleep will be sweet and deep. But before midnight tonight, wakefulness is wisdom, attention is obedience, and vigilance is protection. Something huge is waiting for you, and scrolling away or slipping under now would be like tearing up a winning lottery ticket as your number is being called, potentially delaying your blessing by another painful cycle. You have waited long enough. Do not let a counterfeit lullaby rewrite your timeline. Stay with me until the very end. Keep the lamp lit, guard your frequency, refuse the fog. Whisper this now so all of heaven hears it with you. I am awake, I am listening, I am ready. I will not miss my moment. My child, let me open the file on a pattern you have lived through without naming. Your breakthrough rarely kicked down the door. It came softly, like a single message at an odd hour, like a nudge to step outside right then, like a small invitation that didn't seem big enough, like a sudden idea that glowed for 30 seconds and then dimmed when you promised yourself you'd circle back. The angels watched you feel it and then file it under later, not because you are careless, but because you were trained to expect thunder when I often move as a whisper. Something huge is waiting for you, but the hinge it swings on is small, and delay has taught you to mistrust what does not arrive wearing neon. Think back without punishing yourself. Remember the call you let ring out because your mood wasn't right, and the voicemail you kept meaning to return. Remember the email you flagged and then buried, the event you talked yourself out of at the last minute because you felt tired, the application you half-filled before convincing yourself the deadline could wait, the dream you wrote down and then forgot under errands and noise. Remember the night you felt a pull to go to bed early and woke up to a missed message that would have opened a door if replied to within the hour. Remember the afternoon your spirit said, turn left, and fear negotiated you into stay put. None of this makes you a failure. It reveals a rhythm. Subtle doors visit first, and if unrecognized, they pass. And the cycle whispers, maybe next time, as the clock silently resets. Hear me, I am not here to shame you. I am here to decode the pattern so you can break it. Those moments were training, not punishment. Every near miss built the muscle you are flexing tonight. You learned the difference between the frenzy of pressure and the gravity of peace. You learned how fear borrows the voice of caution while intuition carries my frequency. You learned how later is often the mask delay wears when a window is narrow. You are wiser now. Your spirit is quicker now. Your yes can be swift without being reckless. Your no can be clean without being cold. Stay with me until the very end. Understand why I often come quiet. Whispers require relationship, not spectacle. Loud miracles are rare because they break pride easily, but do not always build discernment. Precise guidance is common because it matures you. I lower the volume to tune your ear, to test humility and readiness, to see if you will honor the ordinary moment as the container of an extraordinary key. I sign my guidance with peace and convergence, not chaos or pressure, 2 or 3 quiet confirmations moving within a tight window, not one noisy coincidence screaming for attention. This is how you learn the signature of heaven and avoid the counterfeit that mimics urgency but steals timing. Tonight is different. The window carries a timestamp before midnight, and I have interrupted you in advance so the pattern doesn't repeat. The universe has paused your timeline to let you see the hinge in real time. When the nudge comes, you will not shelve it. When the message lands, you will not postpone it into the graveyard of tomorrow. When the idea flashes, you will capture it, Speak it aloud, and take the first small step inside the hour. When peace gathers around a simple door, you will open it. Stay awake, my precious soul. Stay with me until the very end. The quiet approach is already approaching, but this time you are ready, and this time you will not miss your moment. Listen closely now, my child, because I am about to name the forms so your spirit can stop guessing and start receiving. What arrives before midnight may come as one clear package, or as a braided cord of 2 or 3 threads, woven together in quick succession. The delivery is not random, it is scripted, stamped, and set to lock your next step in place. Stay with me until the very end. The angels are urgently confirming that your field is primed to register this, and the universe has paused your timeline so you will not confuse subtlety with smallness. 4 doors, 1 appointment, a message, an encounter, a release, or a confirmation. First, a message. This is the knock you can answer without leaving your room. An unexpected text, a late-night email, a direct message that lands at a strange hour, a voicemail you somehow hear immediately, a subject line that pulls your name into focus. It may carry an apology that dissolves static, an offer that compresses your waiting, a reconnection that re-enters your story quietly but decisively, or a new invitation that shifts your calendar and, with it, your course. Do not argue with it. Do not rush it either. You will know it because peace will step in beside you as you read, the way a key slides into a lock and turns without grinding. When you sense that click, reply within the window, clear, brief, and steady. Second, an encounter. This is the door you meet while moving, a chance crossing in a hallway, a name mentioned by a friend who did not know you were looking, a profile shown on a screen that carries an unfamiliar familiarity, a late-night conversation that keeps you awake because it wakes your future, a random introduction that feels scripted. I am aligning routes at street level. If you are nudged to step out for 5 minutes to pick up a call you would normally ignore, to walk the long way around the block, move. Appointments look like accidents to the untrained. To you, they will feel timed. Third, a release. This is the internal delivery that changes everything by removing the weight. A sudden letting go of what kept you circling. An unforced forgiveness that releases you from rehearsing old scenes. A wave of peace that ends confusion without a debate. Tears that arrive like rain, not to drown but to cleanse. Do not underestimate this fulfillment. When the loop breaks, the next step becomes obvious, and obviousness is a miracle in a window this narrow. Fourth, a confirmation sign. This is the coded stamp that marks the right door as real, a number that repeats within a short span, a symbol you've been seeing now placed where it cannot be ignored, a song lyric that arrives twice in 2 different rooms, a phrase that strangers echo back to you as if rehearsed. Not one noisy coincidence screaming for your attention, but 2 or 3 quiet witnesses converging inside the hour. When they land, your body will exhale without instruction, and your mind will stop bargaining. That inner click is your yes. Sometimes 2 or 3 of these will arrive braided. The message lands, the song plays, the pressure lifts, the encounter happens, the number flashes. Peace settles like a warm blanket. Do not chase signs, make space. Keep your phone's volume honest. Clear a small place to sit and listen. Keep a pen to capture what glows. Step outside if the nudge insists. Answer only what carries peace. Decline what demands panic. Before midnight, what is yours will cross your threshold and lock your next step in place. Stay awake with me. Something huge is waiting for you, and you will recognize it not by chaos, but by the click of alignment that says, quietly and completely, this is it. Listen, my child. I am about to place the destiny code in your hands. Stay with me until the very end. Hear how I move when I intend for you to recognize a door without shouting its name. I rarely begin with the headline. I seed the atmosphere with repeatable identifiers that align like stars across a short sky. I do this to protect you from counterfeits and to train your ear to my frequency. One loud coincidence can steal your attention. Convergence anchors your discernment. Tonight, before midnight, I will not leave you guessing. I will stitch a small cluster of signs that point to the same place, so clearly your spirit cannot pretend it didn't see. These are the identifiers I am setting on your path. Pay attention to initials and letters that repeat. First letters of names that surface twice from unrelated places, a single consonant that keeps appearing on cups, tags, headlines. Watch the numbers that repeat with precision. 1111, 1044, 1221, 717, on clocks, receipts, battery percentages, room numbers. Notice a color that follows you on a stranger's jacket, a vehicle, a product label, suddenly everywhere in a span of an hour. Listen for a location name, city, street, landmark that echoes from two different mouths, or flashes on your screen just as your mind whispers it. Hear a song lyric that lands twice in two rooms, or once in your ear and once from a passing car, carrying a line that answers a question you asked today. Catch a specific word or phrase repeating unusually. Green light, clean slate, open door, right on time. Hold a dream fragment from last night or last week, faces blurred but a symbol bright. Watch it reappear on a billboard, a sticker, a post. Track timestamp patterns, messages landing at 9:09, 10:10, 11:11, forming a rhythm that feels arranged. These are not random sprinkles, they are markers on a trail. Now, learn the rule that keeps you safe and steady. 1 sign can be coincidence, 2 begin to tug. 3 aligned signs within the window form the trail. This is the 3 confirmation rule. I am not asking you to chase. I am asking you to notice the way peace strengthens as witnesses gather. 2 or 3 quiet confirmations within a tight span, within this evening, within the hour, outweigh 1 loud spectacle. The angels are urgently witnessing alongside you. When they stack the signals, your body will feel the gravity, not the rush. Hear my warning, because counterfeits love midnight. Not every late-night message is destiny. Urgency that steals your breath is not me. If it spikes adrenaline, if it demands an answer this second by threatening loss, if it flatters while fracturing your focus, if it contradicts the healing I have been building in you, it is not your door. My confirmations do not bully, they beckon. They align with what I have already whispered. They carry peace like a weight that settles you, consistency with your values, and a clean tone that does not require you to shrink, hide, or barter your boundaries. Chaos screams now or never. Wisdom says, now and you are safe. Anchor this. If a particular number has been trailing you lately, if a certain song has been weaving through your days, tonight the volume will rise and the pattern will tighten. Expect the cluster to quicken as midnight nears. Initials plus a lyric, number plus a color, timestamp plus a location name. When 3 arrive inside the window, pause, breathe, write what you see. Ask, does this increase peace and clarity? If yes, take the next simple step. Reply calmly. Step outside when nudged. Set the call. Capture the idea without drama, without delay. Something huge is waiting for you, and I am not hiding it. I am highlighting it through convergence. The right door will not draw you into chaos. It will draw you into alignment. Stay awake with me. Attend to the trail. When the 3rd witness lands, you will know, this is it. My child, lean in and listen with your heart. Not every midnight vibration is a blessing. Stay with me until the very end. The universe has paused your timeline again, so I can expose the one interaction that loves to hijack a narrow window. The counterfeit arrives charged and shiny. It flashes like lightning but never waters the ground. Its signature is urgency without peace, flattery without consistency, nostalgia without growth, chemistry without stability. It rushes your pulse but empties your center. It says, right now or lose me forever, yet offers no plan that honors the healing I've been building in you. It praises you loudly while asking you to shrink quietly. It dredges up old memories dressed as romance, but refuses the maturity those memories demanded. It can feel electric. It cannot hold a charge. Name the bait so you do not bite. Late-night loneliness knocking at your ribs. The unresolved attachment that pings your phone with just checking on you right as the window tightens. The past voice that resurfaces because it senses your future approaching. The temptation to settle for close enough because perfectionism and fear argue in the background. The sudden suggestion to reopen a wound for closure that somehow always reopens the loop. The random invitation that flatters your ego but fractures your focus. The shiny opportunity that demands an instant yes while refusing to answer simple questions like where, when, and how. It safeguards your peace. These are not harmless tonight. They are engineered to siphon attention, dilute discernment, and drag your spirit into a spiral just as the true delivery nears your door. Here are your boundaries for this window. Do not chase. What is yours is moving toward you. Do not beg. Love and purpose that are written for you will not require groveling. Do not spiral. When your mind starts sprinting in circles, slow your breathing and return to the 3 confirmation rule. Respond slowly and prayerfully. If a message lands that spikes adrenaline, let the first wave pass. Read it once. Step back. Ask, does this increase peace and clarity? If the answer is no, you do not owe chaos your immediacy. Choose alignment over adrenaline. If you must answer, keep it clean and brief, without over-explaining or reopening closed rooms. Guard your night with simple sentence and silent prayers. Keep your phone honest, your posture steady, your pen close. Peace first, then action. Hear me plainly about consequences because precision protects you. One wrong reply in a compressed window can derail your focus, drain your energy, and delay the real arrival by another painful cycle. It can pull you into a conversation that spills minutes into hours past the appointment set to bless you. It can convince you to rehearse old scenes while the new door knocks unanswered. Scrolling away now would be like tearing up a winning lottery ticket. Answering a counterfeit now is like handing it over, but you are not helpless. Tonight is not about avoiding doors. It is about choosing the right one when both appear. You will feel the difference. Counterfeit urgency steals breath. True alignment deepens it. Counterfeit flattery wobbles. True honor stands. Counterfeit nostalgia keeps you small. True remembrance fuels growth. Counterfeit chemistry burns hot and unstable. True connection warms and steadies. Whisper this with me now to set your field. I choose alignment over adrenaline. I choose peace over pressure. I refuse the counterfeit. I will not miss my moment. Stay awake, my precious soul. The real is moving, and as you honor these boundaries, you make straight the path for what carries your name. My child, hear me now. This is your divine rescue plan. What to do between now and midnight so nothing slips through your fingers. Your assignment is simple and sacred. Create space. Stay steady. Remain available. Stay with me until the very end. Something huge is waiting for you, and these next minutes are the runway that welcomes it. First, pause scrolling. Stop your thumb mid-motion. Set the device down for 90 seconds and breathe. This is not about punishment. It is about recalibration. The angels are urgently arranging your field, and the universe has paused your timeline long enough for you to reset your frequency on purpose. Place your hand over your heart and whisper, "We are safe, we are awake." Let your breath deepen as your mind quiets. Second, quiet the room. Turn off the noise that does not serve this hour. TVS, autoplay, background chatter. Adjust the lights with intention. Close unnecessary tabs on your laptop and in your mind. This is spiritual decluttering. Step out of arguments, stop over-explaining, end the midnight debate club, and shelve non-urgent tasks. Make literal space on your table for a pen and a glass of water, so the message has a clean place to land. Less sound, more signal. Third, hydrate and breathe. Drink a full glass of water, slowly. On the inhale, count 4. On the exhale, count 6. Shoulder blades melt. Jaw unclenches. Eyes soften. You are telling your nervous system, peace leads, so your spirit can say, "I'm ready." Remember, alignment often feels like relief, not fireworks. Fourth, write down the recent signs. Title the page, Midnight Window. Capture the numbers that have been trailing you, the letters, names, locations, colors, lyrics. Circle any that repeated today. Note the time right now. You are not chasing, you are witnessing. This is the 3 confirmation rule in ink. When 2 or 3 converge within the window, you will not argue with clarity, you will partner with it. Fifth, keep your phone available but your emotions steady. Make the volume honest and the notifications minimal. Silence the noise that steals attention while keeping the door open for the knock. Place the device where you can hear it without hovering. No doom scrolling. No late night wandering. You are available, not desperate, alert, not frantic, watchful, not anxious. Here is your inner check at every nudge. If it brings peace, it's alignment. If it brings panic, it's a trap. Know that peace can be gentle, even quiet. Your breath deepens, your shoulders drop. The next step becomes simple. Panic spikes, rushes, bargains, and demands a price you cannot name. My confirmations do not bully, they steady. Now anchor your readiness with a small act of faith. To signal to the heavens that you are awake and in agreement, like this message, subscribe and share it with one person who needs the rescue plan. Create a physical anchor with your words. Write or say, "I am awake, I am watchful. I choose alignment over adrenaline. I will not miss my moment." This is not performance. It is permission for grace to move through your timeline. Remain in this posture, lamp lit, pen ready, water near, heart steady. Stay with me until the very end. The window is real, the clock is kind but firm, and as you keep your space clean and your spirit calm, what carries your name will know exactly where to land. My child, listen with your heart. When the midnight moment lands, it will not crash. It will click. Stay with me until the very end. You will feel it first in your body before you read it with your mind. Your breath lengthens without trying. Your shoulders settle. The noise around you thins as if the room itself decided to respect the appointment. It does not spike you, it steadies you. Suddenly, what was fog becomes clear lines. A clean next step appears without negotiation. There is a quiet, complete "this is it" that does not need to argue for itself. That is my signature, peace, clarity, convergence, arriving together like a key, turning without grinding. It may come as a notification that lands at a precise minute you've been seeing all day, 9:09, 10:10, 11:11. Subject line simple, tone clear, content that aligns with the counsel I have been giving you. It may come as an inward instruction that rises whole. Call them now, step outside now, write this now. And as you obey, 3 small witnesses gather quickly in your path. It may come as a dreamlike memory resolving right as you blink. A loop you've replayed for years, suddenly losing its power. And in that release, the next step presents itself like a well-lit path. It may come as a name that shows up twice in 10 minutes, from a message, a post, a passerby's conversation, followed by a lyric you asked for. It may come as a timely conversation that starts ordinary and in 5 minutes turns exact, like someone reading your private notes back to you with kindness. Watch for the calm at the center. Follow the convergence around it. Here is your response guidance when it lands. Do not perform, proceed. Keep your replies short, clear, and kind. If you text, send one clean answer that honors your boundaries and the moment. No paragraphs of over-explaining. No nervous emojis to manage someone else's reaction. No self-sabotage masked as humor. If it's a call, take it or schedule it. Set a simple container rather than spilling into hours. If the delivery is internal, a release, a yes, an idea, capture it on paper and take only the next faithful step, not 10 imaginary ones. Leave room for grace to keep guiding. You are not forcing an outcome. You are partnering with alignment. Choose timing over hurry, substance over spectacle, signal over noise. Remember who you are in this window. You are trusted with timing. Heaven does not schedule appointments for people who will not show up. The universe has paused your timeline because your spirit has proven it can stay awake without panic and move without being pushed. Your readiness is the reason this window exists tonight. You will not miss what carries your name. Hear me one more time. Chaos and pressure are not my couriers. Peace is, clarity is, converging confirmation is. When the stack feels undeniable and your chest loosens as if a hand just left it, that is your green light. Take the step, measured, present, obedient. Then stay with me until the very end, because the final seal I will give you next will lock the peace in place after midnight and stabilize the blessing for the hours that follow. My child, listen with your heart. After the arrival, the first 24 hours are the cradle or the leak. What lands clean at midnight is most vulnerable by morning. Doubt will try to rewrite the moment in softer ink, to call convergence coincidence, to rename peace as just adrenaline wearing off. The mind will negotiate, nostalgia will start editing, and the enemy will whisper, "You imagined it." Hear me, do not let a tired morning steal what a holy midnight delivered. Stay with me through these hours. I will show you how to stabilize the blessing you just received. First, document. Open the page you titled Midnight Window and write exactly what happened, the time, the signs that converged, the message or instruction, the feeling in your chest, the step you took, and the result you felt immediately after. Capture names, numbers, locations, lyrics. Ink the trail while it's bright, so morning cannot dim it. Note what you promised to yourself and to me. How you said you would respond. The boundaries you chose, the pace you committed to. Documentation is how you argue against amnesia. It is how you tell your future self, this was real, this matters, we keep going. Second, protect the circle. Do not announce prematurely to unsafe ears. Not everyone gets early access to your garden. Delay disclosure to those who minimize, gossip, compete, or sow confusion. Share only with one safe, wise witness who guards your peace and mirrors your maturity. The angels are urgently cautioning, early applause can bruise tender roots. Give this blessing a day to breathe before you put it under a spotlight. The universe has paused your timeline to build substance, not a spectacle. Third, keep the promises you made to yourself. If you set a time-bound reply, honor it. If you scheduled a call, confirm it cleanly and keep it contained. If the delivery was internal, a release, a yes, an idea, translate it into one faithful action on your calendar within 24 hours. Do not backpedal into old over-explaining. Do not chase what is already moving toward you. The right blessing grows on a steady flame, not a panic fire. Slow building energy is not passivity, it is mastery. Choose consistency over intensity. Choose clarity over noise. Choose presence over performance. Fourth, steward the restoration bundle. Understand this. What arrived is not just romance. It is alignment that heals layers. You may notice your confidence rise as if your spine remembers its height. You may find a new gentleness toward your past, a clean boundary around your future. Financial clarity will begin to surface, an idea suddenly priced properly, a subscription you cancel without guilt, a meeting you schedule that turns a gift into a structure. Do not separate love from wisdom or peace from provision. I deliver them braided. Let alignment touch your time, your words, your wallet, your calendar. This is how blessing becomes lifestyle. Fifth, shape the day around peace. Hydrate when you wake. Reread your notes out loud. Breathe slow. Limit comparison feeds and doom loops. Keep communication on one channel where possible. Time box conversations. Choose language that is clean and kind. When in doubt, return to the 3 confirmation rule and the question, does this increase peace and clarity? Seal the next steps with a small act of faith. Write or say now, I will not miss my moment. I am ready before midnight. I protect what has arrived. Let those words anchor your timeline. Stay with me. Guard the route. Walk the next simple step. As you stabilize the first 24 hours, the blessing gains weight, the peace holds, and the path ahead becomes unmistakably yours. My child, hear me. We have come to the hinge. Tonight is not normal. This is the same warning I began with, now elevated as a command. Do not sleep yet. Your obedience in these final minutes keeps the channel open. Your attention is the key in the lock. The angels are urgently standing post. The universe has paused your timeline to hold this window steady for you. Stay with me until the very end. Something huge is waiting for you before midnight, and I am sealing you so you do not miss it. Now, speak the decree with me, out loud if you can, in your heart if you must, steady and slow so your spirit writes it in ink. I am awake and aligned before midnight. I choose peace over panic and alignment over adrenaline. I receive only what increases peace and clarity. I refuse counterfeits, nostalgia traps, and noisy coincidences. I honor the 3 confirmation rule, and I will not argue with convergence. I am courageous to respond correctly, calm to wait when wisdom says wait, and bold to step when peace says go. My discernment is sharp, my boundaries are clean, my phone is honest, my breath is steady. I am protected, I am seen, I am chosen. I will not miss my moment. Seal it, seal it, seal it. Understand this mystery and rest in it without sleeping. The exact details remain suspenseful by design. I am revealing you step by step so your faith stays active, not passive. Your muscles of attention are part of the miracle. I am not hiding the door. I am training your eyes to love the light. Expect confirmation in ordinary places before midnight. On a receipt total, in a street name, in the elevator number that opens at your floor, in a line of a song you did not cue, in a short message that lands at a precise timestamp, in a stranger's phrase that mirrors your journal. Convergence will not shout, it will lean in and steady you. Here is your posture for the closing minutes. Lamp lit, breath long, pen ready, water near, phone available, not clutching. If drowsiness creeps, stand up, drink, take 3 slow walks to the doorway and back. Do not negotiate with sleep. Treat these minutes like a runway, clear of debris, lights bright, eyes forward. Whisper this with each minute that passes. Before midnight, I am present. Before midnight, I am ready. Before midnight, I answer the right door. Now I place my hand on your timeline and seal you. The era of missed moments ends tonight. The loop of almosts breaks. The pattern of delay dissolves. You are chosen, protected, and seen. Peace is your atmosphere. Clarity your compass. Convergence your green light. Stay awake, stay discerning, and remain available. Your midnight window is real, and you will not miss what is meant for you tonight. After midnight, the blessing stabilizes and the peace holds. Stay with me until the very end.